Hi, this is a fabric hauls video and also sewing plans one, and if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. Josie here, and it is Josie. Glad to have you here, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for always tuning in and watching my videos. And if you're a new subscriber, you're more than welcome. Feel at home. And also if you're just watching and you're not subscribed to my channel, I document sewing related content and a few crafts videos here and there, and if that's something of interest to you, could join the family by subscribing and also pressing the bell icon so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload a new video. And today's video is a quick one. I have a few fabrics I've recently acquired and also sewing plans for them. However, this time I might need a bit of your input. I've got two fabrics. I don't know exactly which patterns I will use with them. And if you have any ideas, I'm really keen to hear what you have for me and also any advice you might have for me. And a disclaimer before I go on, all these fabrics I'm showing you, there are 5 fabrics have been gifted to me in exchange for a blog post. In other words, most of them are from Minova because I'm a Minova ambassador. That means that they give me fabric in exchange for a blog post. In other words, I sew up with the fabrics and review the fabrics over on their Minova website, and I will attach a link in the description box below of my Minova account or profile where I document most of my Minova makes. And also one is from Fabrics for All, which is a local fabrics shop in Leeds, but it also has an online presence, and I'm a blogger for them, so they also gift me fabric in exchange for a review really. And I thought I would put that out there, and I'll try to attach all the fabrics in the description box below, just in case you see something and you would want to buy it. I'll attach the particular links to each fabric in the description box below. And with no further ado, let me show you the fabrics. And the first one, this is a linen viscose blend. It's an interesting one. It's quite heavyweight, but it gives you the best of both worlds of linen and viscose. It's medium weight, stripy, and it has a unique texture really. And because it has some viscose content, it's quite drapey. Sorry, it's wrinkled. I washed it, I pre-washed it. And we all know linen always doesn't iron so well, but with the content of viscose, actually it makes it less wrinkly, and also it makes it less stiff, so it's quite drapey if you can tell. And I've got about 2 meters and a quarter or 2 meters and a half, and I've got a pattern in mind. It's blue and dark blue, and it has many kinds of stripes, about 3 different kinds of stripes. And the pattern I have in mind is from the Border magazine of May 2021. That was last month's magazine, and I'm going with this pattern, and this is pattern number 107. You might not see everything here, but if you focus on the lines drawing, it features panels. That's probably, this might not give you a clear view. I like that Border sometimes has the same pattern but with a few different variations, and this is a similar pattern to that. If you can tell, this is a plain color, so you can tell it has a middle panel. From the lines drawing, it has a middle panel and also a side panel. And what I plan to do with this pattern, just like they did with this one, if you can tell, they have like, the print is like stripy, if you may tell. I try to use them running across for the middle panel and then running down for the outside panel, and I hope to do that with these stripes and get the stripes for the middle panel to run across the body, and then for the sides get them run down the body, if you can tell. Yep, they're the same exact pattern but different features. They've got that squared neckline at the front, and also the side panels run, if you can tell from the lines drawing, they run to the back and meet up with the back side panels, if you can tell from the lines drawing, and there's a gathering in the back. However, this version is short sleeved but a midi length. I'll be going with the short sleeves but with a knee length version, because this one is knee length. However, it has bishop sleeves that are almost 3/4. I won't be going for that, so I'll be going with the short sleeves but 3/4. I like the feature of the belts, of non-belts, of the ties. that run from the back and you tie them at the front. They were not tied on this dress. It looks like a simple dress, but it gives you a lot to play around with the fabric. So I'm hoping to do this. I love the neckline, the squared neckline. Unfortunately, I can't show you the proper images over here because Bud, I understand, doesn't like their lines drawing shared. But I thought I would show you from the magazine because this I bought and it's mine. So that's what I'm going to do with this fabric. So I'm hoping for the middle panel to get the fabric run across, and then for the sides one running down my body. And I'm also hoping to record a sew along of this dress, and if that's something of interest to you, please let me know. And because if people love sewing Badassel magazines but they are petrified of the non-existent instructions, I know they have instructions but they are not the easiest to follow. So I'm hoping to record a sew along. It seems like an easy dress, and sometimes even without instructions, if you've sold a few items here and there, you still have that from experience. There are items you can still figure out how to put together. Yeah, and that's my first make, and I've got plans at least for that fabric. And then I've got also this gorgeous jersey fabric, and this is cotton jersey, viscose jersey, no, cotton jersey, which is an art gallery fabric I received from Minova. I like the feel of art gallery fabrics. I'm now converted. This is, I think, the fourth I'll be sewing with, and it was also gifted to me by Minova. It features those little hearts and some bordered dark prints. And it's pink because mostly I bought it with my daughter in mind, and doesn't mean that I won't be using it. And I'm going to be sewing up the Lunar Lounge wear set. That's by Love Notions. And this particular pattern is drafted for ladies. It's more like a loungewear set or your PJ or nighty set. And I'm going to attach a lines drawing, and it has a coordinating girls pattern, so you can sew it up as a nighty dress, just a little spaghetti sleeve, short nighty, and also it comes with an optional shelf bra option. I made that before. I'll try to attach an image up here of that particular nighty that I made. And it has a shelf bra which contains the girls when you're walking around the house and you just want to feel controlled. And also I think that would be a good feature for nursing moms. You know, when sometimes you don't want to sleep in a breastfeed nursing bra, but you want something that can keep the girls in place. That's a lot of information, but if you're a nursing mom and you're looking for a solution for good nighties to sleep in, but I just prefer one with a bit of support. And also you can also sew it up with just a spaghetti top and shorts, and also capri shorts. All those come with a pattern. I'll try to attach the lines drawing here, and the same happens with the girls pattern. And the ladies version, I think, is from extra small to 5XL. I could be wrong because they are trying to increase the size ranges of all their patterns, but they've not yet done it for each and every pattern. But should this be updated, it should run up to 5XL. And I'll probably see what to make for myself. I've already made a dress. I wasn't keen on making a dress. I might make shorts and a spaghetti top, or make a dress and make my daughter a top and a spaghetti top. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just that gorgeous baby pink, and also with those gorgeous hearts. The pattern the camera can't focus. So I'm excited about this, and I know, and I'll be making it up soon. You can use the self fabric for the straps, but I ordered some fold of elastic, and I hope it arrives in time for this. And then my next make is this viscose fabric. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love such colors, and it's so summery, and I guess it's also autumn. It can be worn in autumn. I love these colors. And this is a viscose fabric, which is quite drapey, and it's also art gallery fabric. It's quite see-through, but most times when I'm wearing dresses, I wear slip underneath. I hate lining clothes, so I always have a slip to go to. I just feel like lining clothes, I'm sewing the same item twice. But if I have no choice, I always line body says if the pattern calls for that, but I rarely use lining for the skirts. And this is a viscose fabric. It's gorgeous. It's got some little textures, as you may tell. I've not yet washed it, so it's not as drapey, because I think when I wash it, it will become softer, but it's still good enough. And I have this pattern in mind. That's the Nina Lee spring dress pattern. Unfortunately, she doesn't have this on our website, but I think it's a pattern she drafted for the Simply Sewing magazine. And I've not always been keen on these such kinds of dresses, what on the Great British Sewing Bee they call the buffet dresses that are roomy. But I like this one that it doesn't seem to be as roomy, it seems to be contained, and I knew if I use a viscose fabric it would drape nicely. And I'm hoping to go with the elbow length sleeves. I know they've got that flounce, it's not a flounce, what is it, a ruffle, and this is almost, these are quite long sleeves, 3/4 of some sort, but I hope to go with the elbow length one. And I like that it's knee length and it has some straps on the top. I think I will love to create them as bias straps. Yeah, and I love this pattern, and I was looking for a fabric to pair it up with. So when a call came through and I saw this, and I knew this would match nicely. Let me know, would you match these two together? And the fact that it's viscose, I know it's drapey and it will come out really nice together. Yeah, and this is my third fabric. And then my fourth one, I have a vague idea, but I'm not yet so sure. And it's this gorgeous cotton jersey fabric. Rarely do I go for a black background cotton jersey, but this is gorgeous. It's also an art gallery cotton jersey. It's gorgeous. It has the pinks, the oranges, and I have got 2 meters of this, and this time around I'm not making anything matching with my daughter. I want it to be all mine. Yeah, a bit selfish, back to the selfish so I am. And I had an idea of making a t-shirt, but I've got 2 meters of it. You could advise me probably, if this was yours, what would you sew out of it? Probably that was the better way of approaching it. And you could advise me on your opinions. If it was your fabric, what would you sew out of it? It's also a good quality fabric. It's quite stretchy and it recovers so well. And it's your medium weight cotton jersey. And I've sewn up with a few cotton jerseys from Art Gallery, and I really like the feel of them. I could make a dress, but I'm not sure which one to make, which pattern to pair it up with. But I was hoping to go with my go-to t-shirt pattern. That's the t-shirt pattern by Itch to Stitch, the Ideally Wild. Unfortunately, that's discontinued, but it's quite similar to the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes top t-shirt. So I was hoping to make a t-shirt, but I've got 2 meters, so I should make more out of it, probably a dress. But advise me. I have got a few dress patterns I love, I've already used, but now I want to stop recreating the same pattern over and over again, even twice. It's quite so much when there are so many patterns to choose from in the world. And so first advice I need and input from you is what I could sew out of this fabric. And then the next one is gorgeous, but because I'm being so precious with it, I can't seem to choose a pattern to pair it up with. And this is a cotton lawn. Cotton lawn is quite lighter than cotton poplin and slightly heavier than viscose. And this is this gorgeous fabric. It's a cotton lawn also from Minova, and it's an Art Gallery fabric. And when I asked for this particular fabric, when the call came out and I selected this one, I had in mind to make the Melody Dome and my Love Notions. And I've already made one before that. I made that top before, and I was hoping to make it, but it was at a particular time that I needed to make it. However, by the time the fabric came, like a week ago, I didn't need to make that pattern anymore. So I'm confused. I've got 2 meters of it. It's the shorter width fabric. So I've got 2 meters of it, but I can't seem to commit on what to use it for. So I would like your input still for this one. If it was your fabric, which pattern would you pair it up with? Please let me know. It's a gorgeous fabric. It's lightweight, so it doesn't drape as much, but it has a good structure. And given that most of these fabrics haven't yet been washed, so they might have a little bit of stiffness to them, but once they are washed, all that changes. Please let me know which fabrics you would pair, which patterns you would pair up with this and this. Thank you so much. I know you'll give me good advice. I've been a bit confused, and I had to touch a friend of mine, a sweet friend of mine, who always share with my ideas, and I'm like, give it to me. Sometimes she's like, no, I don't think that will suit you, but she gives it to me raw. So this time around, I showed a pattern I wanted to match up with the cotton lawn, and she was like, no, that won't do. And because it's a bold print, you don't want a pattern that won't stand out nicely with a bold print. So I'm happy with all your advice, and probably when I look at all those ones and the ideas I've had in my head, I might be able to make up a decision sooner than later. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you would pair the other fabrics with, if at all, the ones I've already paired up with, if you would choose an alternative pattern. I'm looking forward to reading all your inputs in the comments below, and I'll add all the patterns I've mentioned and the fabrics in the description box below. Until next time, please like, comment and subscribe. Bye.